Hey everybody, and welcome to my vlogs. On what's a sad day. As you guys know from my previous video, it was Australia Day. It's no longer. But there would have been, as I mentioned in my other video when I was introducing Ava and talking about You Now, which is the live broadcast I was talking about, I mentioned that we were going to go and film some fireworks. And it was for Australia Day. You know, it's Australia's answer to American Independence Day. You know, you guys have 4th of July. Well, Australia Day is the 26th of January, and that's our Independence Day. Unfortunately, a tragedy occurred at the Skyworks, they call it. So it was, it's called the Lotterywest Skyworks because Lotterywest is like a lotto place here. You guys have US Powerball and all that sort of stuff. Well, we have similar lottos here. The prize money is nowhere near as big as the American one, though, but or the Euro one, but they're still significant nonetheless. But anyway, it's sponsored by the lotto people, the people who run the lotteries here in Australia, and the local council for Perth, which is the City of Perth. So the City of Perth Council, there's Lotterywest and the local TV network, which is Channel 7, and the local radio station, which is Mix 94.5. All of those guys come together as one on one day of the year, which would have been today, and they put the money in so we can have our cracker night, you know, our fireworks. But prior to the fireworks, there is an air show. There's usually planes doing stunts and all kinds of things in the air, and you know, there's choppers flying around, and just before the fireworks start, there's usually a helicopter or a plane dragging a big Aussie flag across the Swan River. Now, during one of these stunt shows, one of these airplane stunt shows, a plane was doing a left-hand turn over the river, and it didn't pull up. It crashed into the river. I'm sad to say that the two occupants were killed, and I would think they were killed instantly because the way the plane went down, I doubt anybody survived, even for a split second. We would like to think that they were killed instantly, at least. At least they wouldn't have suffered then. Nobody wants anybody to be killed, obviously, but you know, if you're going to go, you'd want to be killed instantly, or at least die in your sleep. At least that's how I look at it, anyway. So, unfortunately, as a result, the Sky Show didn't go ahead. They cancelled it. So, what I would have otherwise been putting onto YouTube now would have been the effects of the Sky Show, all the spectacular colour and everything. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. They cancelled it, but there is talk that they are going to put it on again, perhaps on the weekend or maybe early next week, or I'm not sure exactly what's planned. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet, so obviously they're going to have talks and discussions, and because it's a big event. Think of it like I'm trying to think of a fireworks display in America. Probably the New York fireworks on Independence Day. Think of that being cancelled because of a plane crashing into the Hudson. I know there was that airliner that did, and this wasn't an airliner. This was just well, it wasn't even a stunt plane. It was a they did describe what type of plane it was, but yeah, it was what they call a seaplane, and but it was a husband and wife that were in the plane. I think the husband was the pilot and the wife was like the co-pilot. And yeah, so sadly the fireworks didn't go ahead, which is understandable. I think they've been highly praised for not going ahead with it, but they wouldn't have been able to anyway because of the crash scene. Because where they crashed is where the fireworks were on pontoons, and the pontoons would have been spread right across the river, and it would have been far too dangerous, because if one of the fireworks had have still been ignited when it hit the water, there would have been a lot of plane fuel still on the surface of the water, so of course that would have ignited, and it has happened. We have had our barge catch fire at one of the Sky shows. I mean, nothing too bad. I mean, it was put out pretty swiftly, and no major catastrophe was avoided. But yeah, so obviously they're pretty strict on safety with this event. So of course when this happened, yeah, the right option. And not only that, because also 2 people had died as well, so as a mark of respect. And that's what one of the police officers said to the reporters, that it was as a mark of respect, and they cancelled the show. So as to whether it'll when it will happen again, who knows? It won't be for Australia Day, that's for sure. There might be a possibility it might happen for Valentine's Day, because I know Valentine's Day I think falls on a weekend this year. So who knows? It might be done for then, or maybe even Easter. Yeah, there might even be an Easter fireworks. But I'll keep you posted and let you know if and when it's going to happen. Of course, if it does, yes, I'll absolutely film it. They've been boasting for weeks and months now about this big spectacular fireworks display that was going to be happening tonight, but yeah, sadly it didn't happen. But yeah, there's the crust of it. So obviously, rest in peace to the thoughts and prayers go out to the families of those affected. And yeah, there's not much more I can say. So yeah, a very tragic event. So obviously, Australia Day is going to be remembered for quite some time for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. So yeah. That's pretty much the crust of it. So yeah, I would have ordinarily been putting a video of the fireworks on about now, but sadly it'll be this video. So I wish I had better news to tell you guys, but yeah, that's the part of it. I'll try and see if I can add the footage as well, but I might have to do it in a separate video for that one. Okay guys, so yeah, I probably might show the footage in a video after this one, so it'll probably be next to this video on YouTube. Alright, if you didn't catch me talking about YouNow on the last video, I've got a live broadcast on my computer called Live Now, so you can catch me talking live as it's happening. So we might be able to chat, and I know Facebook has this, but I can't do it. I need a new phone to be able to do it. I've lost Facebook on my phone too, so I can't. I couldn't do it anyway, even if I was able to. So, but anyway, yeah. So I'll talk about that on another occasion. Anyway, yeah. So if you go to younow.com and look me up, my picture's the same as on YouTube, and you'll be able to chat to me live. But I probably won't be on for a few days because of what's happened. It hasn't really affected me as such, but it's really affected the whole city. Yeah, I think because it happened in front of families and spectators and things like that. That's why it's really affected quite a few people, and particularly families with young kids would have witnessed it. Yeah, so and that's probably the more tragic part. I mean, losing two lives is bad enough, but for people to witness it as well, yeah, it was also quite bad. Anyway, enough about that. So I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to like and comment, or if you want to pass on your condolences, you can be sure to do that. Yeah, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, bye for now.